Welcome back, citizens, to Live and Let Fly.
We're citizens?
Citizens,
You're
huh?
citizens.
I don't know if I like that.
Service guarantee citizenship? Is what you're telling me?
Here we go. Here we go. You guys got a new game, so it's going to be a bunch of references that only like 10 people get.
Have you seen Starship Troopers?
I was going to say, that's a Starship
It is
Troopers.
Starship Troopers, the game, essentially.
So is it because of Starship Troopers or Helldivers 2 that you're making that reference?
Helldivers 2, but it's a Starship Troopers reference.
Why
So
you
like,
gotta be so salty? All these flavors, dude, and you choose salty?
Also, we
I learned it
do
from
reference
you told me how to
inception.
salt the food. You know what I mean? Like I learned it from you.
Adam, this
Yeah.
whole podcast network is oops all reference inception. Like, come on, baby.
Hey, look, I am the too cool for stuff guy. Okay, you're encroaching on my territory over here, as you consistently remind me.
We're all
You've even got
we're
him
all
participating
mixed
in the
up.
banter,
It's-
Adam.
Everybody's roles are switched.
I'm doing my part.
There you go.
there you go.
That was
See?
the exact correct response.
Getting us with a yes and.
Taking inspiration, man.
It is funny since you like. I have 2 points I want to make. One, if you think about it, among this crew, citizenship actually is kind of an interesting topic, especially what with Hestia and being exiled and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
But also, it's funny, like, our kind of friend group does do that. Like, a new big game will release, and, like, 4 or 5 of us will all really get on it. And I have not gotten on the Helldivers 2 bandwagon, but I've been super busy. Eventually, I would like to play it. But I've gone the complete opposite way, and I've been texting Zach constantly, and just I feel like I'm to the point of annoying him, even though I know he's about it. Because I'm playing, like, games that are between 4 and 10 years old that he loves for the first time.
Before Zach can respond, I promise you, you're not. He's excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, I was
What are
texting
you
Zach
playing?
at like 11:30 last night about Ghost of Tsushima and Bloodborne.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say.
You missed Bloodborne, right? Okay, so that's like my favorite game, and I've been shouting it from the rooftops since
And you finally got me.
2015, and Heath is now like started to play
In it.
Bloodborne, and he's like he's typing out all kind of shit, and I'm like, yes, bro, let's. And I'm just like feeding him all these one-liners from the game, you know, like
I don't understand any of
he
those.
doesn't understand any of them, but he will, and he's gonna come back and go, oh shit, I heard Zach say that a few weeks ago.
Bloodborne's the hard one.
It is. It's been
I
a long
like
journey,
that.
but I'm finally like of my own accord getting into a Souls, FromSoft type game, and like really actually enjoying it because I played some Elden Ring, but I like Zach and our friend Will played with me and kind of like carried me, and that at first it seemed like that was the good way to do it, and it was like, okay, well, you'll have some help and the difficulty won't
face,
scare
Josh.
you off. But it was not because I was not exploring the world myself and getting into it because I was interested in it. So
That's why I can't do it like that too, because Zach, because I played a little bit of it a little while back, and Zach's like, "Yeah, dude, we'll get in there and help you out." I'm like, "No, because you guys just talk over all the fucking cutscenes and you rush me through it because you played it 100 times." I'm like, I want to learn this, but then I didn't because it's hard.
well, and that's I mean,
Exactly.
I made decent progress in Elden Ring, but like it didn't mean anything to me, And so it's nice playing Bloodborne, and it's like at my own pace. But I've got somebody that I can talk to and ask questions about. But like I'm getting into it for me, It's
Right.
pretty cool.
I want to say one thing that Heath said. It was so because it was so funny. Like once Heath got a little more confident and kind of beat I think the first boss or two, he sent a message saying, "I'm an absolute fucking menace to the first part of this map."
Because you keep going through the map, right? So,
Right.
Yeah.
And
you get to
as
where
a
you just-
person in video games, I am a grinder. Like I don't care. I love grinding. Most people hate it. I will
hate
go
it.
and grind and get my power level up and feel like a champion before I move on to the next thing that inevitably crushes my soul.
Nope. I'm over here like, oh, this is like level 33. I'm only level 2. Fuck it. Let's see. And then I complain about it being
You won't
hard.
have a good time.
Turns out that's not the way
That's
to
how
do it.
RPGs work.
Don't
you see,
do it.
there's
Don't do
progression
it.
systems.
I did grind enough that the last boss I beat, like I tried it one time and I didn't understand the mechanic, and I messaged Zach about it. And then I did it again. And I was like, oh, this is child's play. Like, I'm way too powerful.
Oh,
for
this is a game for babies.
Easy
No, it's
game
not
for
that I'm
babies.
good. It's that I grinded too much, you know?
Yeah, you can absolutely overgrind in any Souls, right? That they allow you to do that specifically
Well,
to
that's what's going to
curtail the
allow me
difficulty.
to beat one of these games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bloodborne's a very rewarding one to beat in
Because
my
of how
opinion.
punishing it is.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima is fucking dope, though,
Yes.
too.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm pulling double duty. I'm not gonna. It's gonna take me 2 years to beat both of these games because I'll play 3 hours of one and like over the course of a couple days, and then switch to the other one and play through like 5 hours of that over the course of a couple of days, and then go back and forth.
See, those are two games that, if I remember correctly, the Bloodborne shoulder buttons are attack, right? And then in Tsushima, it's like square and triangle are attack.
Yeah.
I tried, I don't remember what it was I was playing at the time or which Soulsborne game it was, maybe like Dark Souls 2 or something. But trying to go between that and a game that had, I think, The Witcher 3. Trying to jump between those,
couldn't do that.
it just, like, my muscle memory was just completely twisted. And I'm usually extremely good switching between controller profiles, mouse, keyboard, Nintendo layout, PlayStation layout, Xbox. Like, that's not a problem. But reflexively, I've been playing however many hours of this where I dodge with this button and attack with this one. And then I, dodged and instead like pulled up my like little sigil, whatever the small magic the Witchers do, wheel to like.
You zigged when you should have
Right.
zagged.
Or no, actually it was dodge and then shot the crossbow, which puts you in place and you get swamped. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pizza when you're supposed to French fry,
That's
you're
basically
gonna have
what
a bad time.
happened. I was pizzaing all over the place.
I don't know. I guess my brain's pretty good at compartmentalizing game to game. Like I've flip flopped between the two of them and had no problem.
Nope.
That's good, man. I'm glad you're enjoying both of those seminal PlayStation.
I'm really
games.
proud of like my PlayStation like menu of downloaded games because I don't have a ton of memory. I can have like 5 or 6 games downloaded at once and like going through. It's like Bloodborne, Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk, and I'm like, these are 3 phenomenal games. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody came and wanted, if somebody came over and like just wanted to like play something on my PlayStation and they logged in and saw my screen, I'm like, yeah, look at that shit.
Look at that shit. That's good.
That's the kind of gamer I am. All right.
I am very proud of you, Heath. However, I started this banter because I wanted to briefly mention Helldivers, but here goes Adam.
We got there.
Yeah, we got there. So John and Josh, I have been doing a little diving here and there the past few days. John, what do you think about Helldivers 2 so far, man? How you feel about that?
It's fantastic. I mean, I love the controls. I love the satirical approach towards really just everything that they do. But it's just the whole hyper democracy is just funny on its head, you know?
Yeah. That's I feel the same way. Josh, what are your initial thoughts after first few hours of Helldivers?
So for the first few hours being the first 20.
Yeah. Well,
It's awesome. So like I played the first game and really enjoyed it, but didn't really have anybody to play with. And playing this one, which is same, like a lot translated from the first to the second, except now it's third person shooter instead of top down with the twin sticks. So it's essentially what I'd wanted the original Helldivers to be. So I'm over the moon with it. Like it is so much fun. The monetization stuff, like you really don't have to spend a penny on any extra stuff because
it's not
what
predatory.
extra is there is super cheap, and you can get the paid credits in game just by exploring, like easily. I don't like. I have nothing really negative to say about it other than it's been too successful. And they've had server problems because of it.
yeah, that's true.
Exactly, yeah.
But I mean, that'll pass with time.
Like DJ Khaled suffering from success.
So the movement, the pathfinding is very much, to me, you're spending as much time in gameplay doing that as you are shooting bugs, right? And I really like that because it's a little like, to me, I keep saying this, it's a little like Death Stranding. It's not quite as involved in terms of pathfinding as Death Stranding
I'd
is.
say it's
but
closer
but
like
it's,
Metal Gear 5 as far as the feel.
they're both Kojima games,
I know,
right?
but Metal Gear's not. Snake's a lot more nimble, lithe, easy to get around, climb on stuff. Whereas Sam
Sure.
and Death Stranding it's heavy. You know, you're nowhere near as heavy. And
There's a lot of
and
weight.
like
I
plotting
feel like
feeling.
there's a good weight to the movement, but you're also having to think about your routes because there's all kinds of environmental and terrain situations,
Navigating, yeah.
difficult terrain, if you will, to put it in RPG terms, that you have to navigate and think about. Adam looks so bored and uninterested right now. I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
I mean, I'm here. What do you want me to do? I have nothing to contribute. I'm just listening to you.
I know,
you know?
but it's just,
Now I'm going to be an asshole about it.
Emily as well. So, but here's the
Listen,
thing.
man, I'm looking at some tax information.
Okay,
Okay,
fair enough.
You
Fair
started
enough.
saying a T, and I
there
thought you were about to
the
say
thing is,
titties.
there has been a lot of
Titties.
buzz in the old STF community
later.
Discord
There has been. yeah.
about Helldivers, so I thought it relevant
It is
to
relevant.
discuss.
Listen,
But
man,
leave
I'm
me
not.
out of,
like-
leave me out of
I
your
got-
insecurities, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
got
sitting here,
nothing to
man.
contribute. I did mine. I
Adam's
said
just
that
chilling
they're
there.
hard games.
Adam's just
one
chilling
thing
there
that I
the same
feel
way
like-
that I do when fish comes up.
Right.
Just hang out.
One thing I
get
think
it.
that celebrates.
I can't be part of all the banters.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, John.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I tried a few times. You're good.
I mean, I said what I was going to say.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it is a good time. I've been enjoying it.
I mean, it does look fun. You know,
It's way more fun with friends, obviously, right?
That's
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
no, you. That's,
I was going to
that's all
say
I have to say.
that's the facet that I enjoy the most is how much it celebrates the co-op nature of it. Because I mean, like, yes, you can technically play it by yourself, but really, this is a game that you should play with other people. Very much like Starfinder.
Yeah, and that's a decent segue. I was going to go for another angle, which is the tone. The tone of the game is like very satirical, like democracy, or excuse me, managed democracy. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Is your culture and religion essentially, and so it's very like hyper patriotic in that sense, essentially you are shouting for freedom, for liberty as you hurl massive amounts of explosive ordnance and level an entire building. You know what I mean? The satire is so on point, but it's like a political system rather than an economic system that's super satirized in the way that the company Edge Corp, all that kind of stuff is in Fly Free or Die. And that was the interesting.
It seems like it has the same kind of co-op. I mean, I know they're very different games, but it does seem to have the same kind of co-op vibe as Deep Rock Galactic. where it's
100%.
like
Yes.
where you like,
Yeah.
you get like a little group and you just run a mission, and then like you shout all these like ridiculous like hurrahs, because the humor of it's there and get you involved.
Yeah.
Well,
The-
that was like the first description, like, because I haven't been playing it, and like the first description I heard of it was Starship Troopers meets Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, and like instead of rock and stone, it's democracy and liberty.
But again, it's so
it's-
sarcastic because
Yeah, they're all
what-
brainwashed.
Yeah,
100%.
Part of a horrible.
yeah.
I mean, it's
System.
and that's the Starship Troopers of it, right? On top
Right.
of the fighting the bugs.
Yeah. So anyway, it's really fun. A lot of people are
So
talking
my
about
favorite
it.
Robert Heinlein book is Moon is a Harsh Mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I
Why?
don't know. I'm just trying to contribute
That
here.
is a phenomenal book. Or at least
yeah,
a really interesting conceptual science fiction book.
I'm probably going to try Helldivers at some point, but like when, I don't know. But sometime.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time. We're enjoying it so far, but I think we've beat this horse to death. let's see what happened last time on Live and Let Fly. You all were carrying a cart full of electronic equipment, right? Through some tunnels for a contact that you met named Ryojin, right?
Right.
The Kasatha woman. And you were accosted by Electrovores, right? Who weren't even trying to attack you. They were going for that sweet, sweet electricity in all of your cargo, essentially,
Yeah,
right?
Had a cool like platform loader fight.
They wanted to
Yes.
drink that good electric milk.
It was like a Fisher Price Too Easy game for babies type fight. You know.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say that it was like a bunch of Fisher Price toys on the cart that we
It
were
might be.
escorting.
It might be. It
Yeah,
might
we
be
know.
what we were carting. I don't know.
No, that's when we get to the plastivores.
The Plastivores.
Yeah, there probably are plastivores. I haven't read the last several Alien Archives, so who knows?
Yeah, it was a pretty easy fight, but it was fun. Like, you know, it was kind of like a show off. You know,
Well, there was
new
some
abilities and
flexing.
stuff.
There was
yeah,
some
there's definitely
flexing.
some flexing going on.
Yeah.
to the
Huge
po-
flex at the end from
Yeah, to the point where I kind of
overblowing.
wrecked y'all, you know, at the end. 'Cause I got a little
I was going to slide
overconfident.
past
Yeah.
that. I was-
No,
Yeah.
we need to talk about that because I think we need to take a short rest before we do anything else.
love it.
Since I wiped out everybody's stamina just for funsies, you know.
Well, the thing about
Too bad.
thing about taking a short rest is I believe right
that you
after you left the tunnel, you ran into a goblin, right? Did we get to that
sure.
far? I feel like we got
Maybe.
that far.
I think we ran
hope
into
we
him, and
didn't.
that was that. Like it stopped, or the session ended like
Yeah,
immediately
the
after
session
me.
ended. Yeah, no. So we're gonna open.
We wouldn't
with,
have had an opportunity after the Electrovores to pause our convoy for a second for a 10-minute short rest.
No, but I will give you an opportunity after you resolve the situation with this single goblin. Would that be
All right,
okay?
this goblin better not like explode into 30 goblins. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
shoot the flare.
Did the goblin introduce himself?
Why don't you reintroduce him to us?
Yeah,
and the
let's
listeners?
recap.
Oh my. Okay, so as like I said, this goblin did approach you in something of a tattered business suit.
Okay.
He looks like a character, let's say, and he to my pitch again.
Zach,
right?
is he a player of the non-playable variety, or a character of the
Is he a
non-playable
character
variety?
of the non-playable
variety? Yeah.
I knew where you were going.
My
but
brain,
you
was there
don't
my
do
brain
that,
was
yeah.
saying it, then my
Yeah.
mouth
I
did not do
100%
words
understood
right in
exactly
order.
yeah,
what you were saying. Yes.
nicely done, Josh.
You're welcome.
Well done.
You can't-
Nailed it.
Character.
Nailed
What a
it.
Nailed it in
character.
one,
What a
dude.
character.
What a character.
Anyway, yeah, so he comes up to you and he says, hello, come on, please. Can I interest you in, like, a spray can or two of this, Electrovore spray, guaranteed to keep those pesky conduit rats at bay.
I do remember this now.
Yep.
Yeah.
The voice was very jarring. I recall that.
Yeah.
So he's
And-
offering some repellent for Electrovores after we fought the Electrovores.
He holds out his hand to shake all your hands and he says, how you doing? Zootgark's the name.
Zubgarp?
Zootgark.
Of course it is.
Zubgarp, of course.
That ends with a Q, by the way. Zootgark.
Garkla.
Did he name himself?
Probably.
Unfortunately not. My mother gave me this one.
Unfortunately not.
Does that make it?
the hand you dealt, as they say.
My mother was a Gark and my father was a Zoot suit.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm wearing him now.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, good lord.
Anyway, how many
wearing?
cans of
Oh,
this
no.
fantastic, 100% guaranteed Electrovore spray can I sign you up for?
We're quite all right. I think.
No, surely you must have just been accosted by the conduit rats on your way out.
Yes,
but we took care of
conveniently
them.
so.
Yes, we handled them quite readily, as you can see.
Vincent, I feel
Flex at him.
Can Can I sense motive?
Sure, yeah.
I would love to do. I just, oh gosh, golly, I
Seems
would.
like a goblin trying to make a buck or two.
Only 200 credits per can.
Fuck off.
Yeah, the word snake oil comes to mind.
Yeah.
Right. But he's by himself. That's what I don't trust.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
doubt that
garbage.
he is.
I want to do like a
23.
perception roll on that shit.
I know. I'm
Okay.
sorry, 24.
On what?
Sense motive.
Sense motive. You can tell that Zootgark is not telling the truth. Okay, you want to do a perception check?
Sure. Anybody or
Yeah.
So,
that was a question. It sounded like not a question.
Sure.
John said it first. So
Right.
let's let Vincent get the.
Yeah. I'm looking for it. There it is. $14.
Okay, now we'll roll.
Yeah, there you go. He just looks shrewdly at it. And
I didn't do too much better with the 17.
15.
What's 18 plus 18?
36.
36.
I got that many.
did you now?
Yes.
Hell
I did.
yeah.
I rolled
Okay.
an 18. I have an 18 perception.
You have an 18 to perception?
Yeah.
I mean, she's an empath.
How?
Or they are an empath, you know? So
I'm a mystic.
Okay.
Goddamn.
and-
I've got an 18
I mean,
in
I'm
stealth.
a mechanic. I got a 15 in computers. Like, that's high.
Anyway, I'm not
Is
gonna complain.
perception not a...
Perception is a class skill for you.
Yeah.
Class skill for me too. Got a plus 8.
Get more class,
What's your
son.
wisdom,
I don't
though?
know.
get more
what to tell
class,
you.
dude.
What's your wisdom?
Get more class.
Anyway,
I don't have to tell you my wisdom.
I mean,
Yeah, you-
mine's a plus 5, so...
you
ooh.
definitely sense something is wrong, Morgan, and you're like, hey, can I take a look at that
Yeah.
at that spray, right? You asked to see a can of it, you know. So he said, of course, only the finest ingredients. And he hands you a can of the spray, and y'all take a look at it. I need anybody who can, okay, to roll a life science check.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
Not me.
Hell no.
I guess I will.
I'm decent at it, but I rolled a 12 total.
Dang.
I'm having a brain fart. 23. Roll the 15.
That's the best we're going to get, Zach. It's 23.
Yeah, nobody else has
23.
got it.
Okay, on a life science?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Well,
I have a medic background, so...
Morgan, you and here's the thing with a DC 22. Okay, you did pass it. So
Oh, yay.
Way to go.
you can tell, Morgan, this this is certainly bunk, right? I mean, this is snake oil. You take a little whiff of it. It smells a lot like not quite lube, but maybe just grease.
Oh, okay. I was
You're like, did they steal our loot?
kill this goblin.
But just grease, you know.
So they're encouraging us to spray grease. I was on our... how does this
No,
work?
he's-
Is this an aerosol? Is it... So,
He's not telling us that it's grease.
no, I know.
Okay.
I was... So this spray, is this like we're supposed to... Are we supposed to spray the contents of our cargo, or how does it work exactly?
Anything you want to keep away from electrovores, you just spray up my miracle electrovore spray, and they will never bother you ever again.
Wonderful. Is it flammable?
I can personally guarantee just one application of my patented electrovore repellent, and no electrovores will ever bother you again.
Morgan, you're not supposed to make eye contact with these charlatans and hucksters. You know that, right? You're just supposed to walk past them, right?
I don't
And
believe he has
tell-
a patent.
Telepathically you hear it, but it's so much fun, Captain.
We are on the job, but sure, have your fun, Morgan.
They would basically, essentially, the reason that Morgan is asking is, like, or is he trying to I don't know, set our shit on fire? Like,
Roll
that's
a sense motive check. Y'all haven't put these two and two together yet. Roll a sense motive check.
Okay, that is 26.
Okay. All right.
27.
26, 27. Captain Morgan.
Can't believe we haven't done that.
Can't believe we haven't. How have we
dude.
gone this long?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
What fools
Okay.
we are.
Now I'll never unknow that.
Nope.
Now,
Yeah.
all right. So, when you hear Zootgark talking about, oh, if you just buy the spray, he can guarantee no Electivores will ever bother you again. Mm-hmm. The little hamster, the tiny little hamster in your brain starts spinning on that wheel,
don't like that.
and the light bulb goes off.
Implication? I have a huge brain, sir.
My hamster's fat as fuck.
It's the hamster
has
that's
so much
tiny, not the
space.
brain. Yeah.
The hamster has to fit in amongst all of that massive gray matter that you
Yeah.
have in your very smart
Ooh,
brain.
It's so
Anyway,
so
that's
smooth.
what I meant.
It's so smooth.
so smooth. Sorry, go on.
That's why it can get around in there.
Anyway, you put two and two together. Oh, this guy is running a grift. He is the one who sicked the Electivores on you in the first place.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, fucking obviously.
well,
okay,
no, I didn't think that
was
they...
it? Was it that obvious?
Yeah, I don't think it was that obvious.
I just thought he waited for people to
Okay.
get accosted by them. Like, I didn't think he released them on us.
Right.
I mean, I even made the point. It was like very convenient earlier that
Oh.
like
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
that he like right after we get attacked by him, he's there to sell it. Like
Yeah.
that was my assumption from the get go. It's like this
Yeah.
motherfucker is setting us up
Yeah.
to sell his
Fine.
products.
You're smarter than us, dude. Whatever.
His hamster is huge. It's just so large.
See, I was going a different route with it in my brain to where he wasn't lying and saying that they will never bother you again because it would kill you.
It's a technicality.
Or yeah,
Right,
they're
He's
not
gonna
lying
steal
by
all
a
your shit.
technicality. By
well,
like,
well,
they'll
all
never
of them
bother
are
you if
dead
you're not
because you
alive.
killed them. You know.
All right. Well, thank you very
anyway-
much. We're really busy. We're going to be on our way now. Good luck with your sales. I don't know. Do we want to get involved and stop this dude from doing this?
No, I think this is one of those instances where we can just let the authorities know, and we can be on our merry way.
Yes, that sounds great. All right. Have a good day, Zoot Suit.
Are you sure?
Yep. Very much so.
Very super sure.
Okay, you're gonna regret it though.
No,
Well, I
think
don't like
so.
that.
Well, what does that mean?
Was that a threat?
Out of character, what that
Or is
means
it
is he's
just-
probably got more, or
He has
like
more
a,
yeah.
a queen one or a bigger, badder one to sick on
Prowling.
us.
How about you spray it on yourself?
I do it every morning when I get out of the shower.
Wow, that explains some things.
That explains
What's
that really
that
nice
supposed to
sheen
mean?
you got.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
That you're a greasy scuzzball.
Oh goodness, Tia, when did you get such
Okay.
a mouth?
So yeah, you choose not to confront Zootgarg about.
I will say on the way out, we'll be like, watch out. We hear there's some shady people down here that was soon set upon you. And we're looking for that person, and if we find such a person, well, we'd be forced to skin them alive and hang them from the sewers. So, if you see them, just give us a shout here, and we'll take care of said person. Have a good day. Good luck with your sales.
Would you like to roll an intimidate check?
I would love
along
to
with
do that. Yeah, sure.
Is that intimidate or deception? Because we are
No, that's
not.
intimidation.
Okay.
That's straight up
It's,
intimidation.
it's intimidation.
Okay.
All right, that's a 21.
Okay. DC 21.
Oh shit!
So, Zootgarg goes, hey, buddy, wait, listen. Look, I can read between the lines, okay? I know what you're saying here. Listen, if you don't say or do anything and just let me run my operation in peace, how about I make it worth your while? What do you say?
You must keep talking.
Well, I
credits here on this cred stick.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you through your bullshit. Zach, you're going to have to pull back from the mic because you're getting ducked out.
Got about 600 credits on this cred stick here. What do you say?
I mean, 600 credits is better than no credits.
Yeah, one moment, Zoot. All right. We could handle these things. You know, he's like huddled up in the group. We could handle these things very easily, but I do worry that others are not quite as skilled as we are, and
Yes.
they could actually get hurt. And I don't think we should allow him to continue this.
No, of course not. And Morgan's like kind of shocked that we're even having this conversation a little bit.
I just wanted to be sure. Here's what we're going to say. Here's what I'm... Oh, yes, go ahead.
Why would you take the money and still turn them in?
Well, yeah, something close to that. I agree with you, Gadrick. Zoot, here's the situation.
Zootgark!
No, I'm going to call you Zoot.
I'd prefer if you did it.
I hear you. Noted. Zoot.
Here you noted, but I'm not gonna abide.
Here's how this is going to go down. You're going to give us the 600. We're not going to report you, but you're going to leave this area, and if we hear of another Electivore attack, we will find you. I promise you we will. We have connections at the deepest level of spycraft.
Which is not necessarily
No.
Falsehood.
Right.
He's like, okay, tough guy. Listen, here's the credits. Don't, you know,
And he hands you a cred stick, which you can take. It's got 600 credits. He's like,
listen. You know what? Your words have really touched me. I've seen the error of my ways. I'm gonna abandon this scheme, okay? I'm gonna turn my life around. Find some gainful employment elsewhere, okay? Let's just keep the whole thing between us.
That's fine. We do have ears on the ground.
Hestia completely oblivious is like, well, that's the best for everyone. This couldn't have gone any better.
Hestia, roll a sense motive check.
I guess. I was kind of just like accepting the failure.
No.
Natural 20.
Okay, so, Tia. Zoot, I just want to say, in the moment, you do think, oh, this is the best outcome that could have happened, okay? You take the creds from Zootgark. You part ways, you've got places to be, okay? And then it just hits you out of nowhere. Oh, he was lying. He was absolutely lying. Like
way too long later, Hestia has the revelation that he wasn't going to turn his life around. Darn it.
Bless her heart.
All right. Anyway, so 600 credits in the bank. You have successfully extorted that out of Zootgark.
I mean, I'm for real serious. If I want to actively be, because we researched and heard about this happening, I want to actively be researching. If we hear about it happen again, I will try to find that goblin.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on the web.
I mean, you could send in a report to the stewards if you wanted to do that.
Well, okay. So,
or do you personally want to whip this goblin's ass?
That was the agreement that we made.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
They pulled back on it. So yeah, I kind of do want to whip that goblin's ass if they do this again.
Okay.
Now, if they do some other grift, whatever, but something that could get somebody hurt, yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Okay, I will make a note.
So can I be monitoring the web for that?
Yeah.
Sign of that?
For sure. I mean, in the next 5 minutes, you're not gonna hear anything.
Right.
Yeah,
I have
sure,
a feeling
sure.
we're going
I just mean
to see,
generally.
we're going to see Zootgark again. I just got a. I'm probably wrong, but I just have a feeling.
He's our next employer.
Chekhov Zootgark is what you're saying
Yeah,
here,
it's
man?
He's actually the main. He's actually
Yeah.
the main NPC in book 4.
Oh no,
good
baby,
job,
he's the
good job.
BBEG. We just don't even know it yet.
After this event, he does turn his life around and becomes like a lich.
Okay, another point of order. So, whenever you were in there doing the thing, fighting the Electrovores,
Right there.
right there,
Doing the thing.
you one of them
Vengeance
did
fight.
manage to get off a little suck off of those electronics.
Yeah, they got one little suck off.
They got one suck off. But if you recall, Ryojin said that she would, your pay would be based on the condition that this equipment is returned in.
Yeah.
So,
It was like that before we found it.
would you guys like to assess the quality of this equipment after this
Yeah.
suck?
Why do we-
Let's see how much this suck has sucks for us.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a computers or engineering check on that.
I got you, baby.
But it's not too bad. Only one actually got through one time.
Correct, only
That-
one.
Natural one on computers.
Cool, that's a 25 on engineering.
Ooh,
Nice.
that'll work. So, let me double check something. All right, so Gadrick, you and T are both looking through this equipment. You do notice that there is, one of these pieces of gear is kind of like flickering. It's like it may be malfunctioning or something, right? You think that you could possibly fix it. You could possibly fix it, but I'm gonna need another engineering check from one of you in order to actually fix that piece
Okay.
of equipment.
Okay.
What is your bonus on it?
16.
Okay, so you've got a better one. I auto aid.
And this is, I'm sorry, engineering or computers?
Engineering.
I'll try and aid. I have a +1. No, I have a 4. That's not going to do it.
Did we just stall out
I
as
was
a
just
group?
going to say.
Did y'all not? No,
No.
I fucked up. I muted when I thought I unmuted.
Okay,
I got a 35.
You got a 35. Okay,
I
that's
did.
a success
Yes.
then with a DC
I
25.
said it and like nothing was said. I was like, is it that shocking? Like what happened here? My bad. I zigged when I should have zagged. I muted when I should have
Flabbergasted.
unmuted.
Pizza French fry.
Pizza French fry, baby.
All right, so yeah, with a 35, you can successfully, kind of gauge what's wrong with this piece of equipment, do a quick repair job on it, and get it back into working condition, such that you think that it'll pass the sniff test when Ryojin inspects it. Okay. So,
All right.
with that, you
Gonna
make
get
your way.
paid.
You make your way back to Ryojin's shop, and you bring in carrying the cargo loader. And she says, "Oh, good, you're here. Let me inspect it, see if anything's wrong." And she brusquely sort of examines all the equipment, and okay, this looks good. I appreciate it. Here's your credits, and hands you a cred stick. I believe it was 4,000 credits is what she offered. Is that correct?
5,000.
I think she said
I believe
5,000.
5.
Okay,
think she said
5,000 credits.
5,000.
Okay,
It was 11,000.
just tell me you got a 15.
It was a-
15,000
it was a
sounds good.
Smooth 15,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like my brain.
Fair enough. 5,000 credits is fine with me.
Just makes it easier.
It's a
math,
cool
Zach,
1K each. I get it. I
Right,
get it. I
right,
get it.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm perfectly fine with that. So, she, like I said, she says thanks, and as she's admiring all of her new equipment, you can see the tiniest little hint of a smile crack her face.
Oh.
And is there anything else that you want to say or anything?
She doesn't
like
seem particularly eager to have a conversation with us.
No.
She's here for her thing.
Yeah,
so,
much to Hesdia's dismay.
Nah.
I love you.
I love you.
So you start to turn to leave then, and she says, "Oh, wait! It's gonna
Yes?
take a couple more days to fix your ship. I'm working on it. Now that I have the parts, this is going to be easy. I might have another job for you.
Does it involve a goblin named Zootgark?
Who?
Never mind.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Anyway, I recently heard a rumor about some unusual energy signature from some unexplored wreckage just outside of Absalom Station's orbit. Would you be interested in going to check that out for me? And if you can find any interesting trinkets or equipment, I'll pay you for it. And you can keep anything else that you find. You can use you can use my ship. It's not far.
We've
But
got nothing better
obviously,
to do.
I'm quite busy.
quite busy.
Obviously.
Sure, yes.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
Indubitably.
Without question.
That's indisputable.
Those are just the facts, man.
What
I'm
is
in
happening?
complete
I
agreement.
don't know.
No
I don't know.
denying
I'm
any of
very
that.
so concerned.
Mentally, you got I guess directly to the captain because I can't do everybody yet. But Hestia's like, I'm down for more money and more jobs, but aren't we not supposed to leave the station?
Oh, we're not leaving on our ship, so how will they know?
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it's going to be fine. We didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate your concern and trying to make sure that we stay safe and all that. But do you really think that they're going to question us any further?
As someone who has been wanted by the police, it doesn't
That's
make
a
it
strong
better when you
word,
run.
wanted by the police. We haven't really been charged with any crimes. It's not like that. There's
You will be if you leave when they tell you not to.
What
How-
crime?
How far is this? It's
It's just outside of Absalom Station orbit. So you're not even making a drift jump. You don't even have to go FTL, anything like that. This is it's a puddle jump essentially, is what it would be.
They can still reach us on our comms from this distance.
Correct.
we can
They
get
could.
back pretty quickly. I think we should be fine.
Would this be considered coastal waters, or are we talking international waters of space?
I would call it coastal water.
yeah.
Coastal,
Yeah.
then we're not leaving out. We're not really leaving town.
As long as it's in the Armada territory, we're fine. That's all part of Absalom Station.
Tia,
Press X to down.
Tia, would you like to roll something to assuage your?
Hestia's for one, I don't want any more trouble with the law having gotten away with the shit that I've gotten away with. But on top of that, I don't want Hestia doesn't want to be forced into a situation where she has to lie because she's terrible at it.
Sure.
It's just explaining to you why the hesitance here.
Sure. Yeah. I think that your crew has the right of it. That taking somebody else's ship on a puddle jump, just right outside of Absalom Station's orbit, the chances of that coming back to bite you with the authorities are extremely low. I mean, I can say definitively non-existent. As
Unless you make a choice.
As the runner of this adventure, I can tell you definitively
Yeah.
that
I
it'll
mean,
be okay.
Hestia will, defer to the group's decision, but just, is concerned that if something does come up and, it comes to light that we did leave the station, that's what she's worried about.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fair.
It's a fair concern, but I think that the risk-reward balance is, I think that we're all right. And if it does come down to it, I'll certainly take the responsibility as captain that this was, you were just doing your job, as it were. But I truly think that we'll be fine. Tia,
Okay. Let's just not get caught.
that's a great idea. I do think, GM, that we need a short rest, and I want to say it on air so that everybody gets their stamina
Yes.
pool up.
I support the plan. You can certainly take a short rest here in Ryojen's shop before you head out. No problem.
Great.
What is the split on the 600?
120,
Okay.
and then you got another 1,000 for completing this job. So 1,120 credits.
I'm going to add that, and I'm going to do my short rest. Thank you.
Sheet upkeep. I'm so proud of us.
Bare minimum. God, good.
It's
Feeling
only
good.
It's only took 300 plus episodes.
Yep.
Episodes to get to the bare minimum of sheet upkeep, and I don't have faith that it will persist beyond this session.
I'm happy.
We'll take it
that you
one
don't.
session at a time. You know.
Don't lie to yourself.
We do what we can. Okay.
I think we'll be good for one episode past this, and then we'll be bad at it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Right? But yeah, you can load up in Ryojen's ship, which is, it's functional. It's well built. It's not fancy or anything. It's certainly no independence. I almost said Oliphant, but it's certainly no independence. But it will get you out into space. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Ryojen does give you some coordinates to follow. This is where I heard there's this wreckage is at. Again, anything really interesting, you find it, bring it to me. I'll give you a few thousand credits for it. Anything else you find that you think I might not be interested in, well, bring it back anyway, and then I'll decide if I'm interested in it. And if not, then you can keep it. How's that sound?
Sounds
Complicated, but
do we have any idea what she would be interested in, and how we're going out there to scavenge this ship? I mean, is there a particular reason she wants us to go to this?
It's a bunch of wreckage, out there. I mean, anything that you.
She's a ship maker, right?
just mechanical
Correct.
stuff,
Right.
ship parts,
So, all right,
like that.
got it. Cool.
things that I would be interested in, Captain.
There you go.
We'll have to. Yes. Okay. Great.
Okay, so you have no problem reaching the coordinates, and as I said, just outside of the orbit of Absalom Station, you
We get a call from Police Chief Williams. I told you not to leave. You're in trouble now.
Hey,
You
we need you
sons
to
of
come
bitch
in.
are now charged with murder.
We need you guys to come in and be here in about an hour.
I'm gonna put y'all on this map. It's not a
Ooh, cool.
It's not a walking map.
It's just a cool map.
It's just
I like it.
can you see? Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh.
It's a corn flotilla.
Corn flotilla. Get out.
Yeah,
Just get all the way out.
there is this big flotilla of wrecked ships out here, and they're all connected by these bluish tethers that are crisscrossing all the spaces in between the ships, and they almost look like vines in
I
a
was
way.
gonna
Dude,
say,
right.
are they?
That's what I was wondering. Is it like electricity, or is
Yeah.
it like a physical, like...
It's tough to tell.
You should
You know-
touch it.
Well, here's the thing:
touch it.
that you have several ships that you can go investigate. Okay, so you pull up on this, and y'all tell me, right? Between the ships are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, what looks the most appealing to you to investigate first?
I like
4.
4 because it looks like a chameleon.
I like 5 because it looks cool.
Oh, it does.
5 looks,
Yeah.
5 looks really cool. 4 and 5 are definitely the
Yeah.
coolest ships on the map.
I like 2 because it looks fast.
Like some sort of interceptor. I feel you, dude. But it's small, so there's not going to be much cargo space.
Or
It's like
we're
a
gonna check
chubby
'em all.
sparrow.
good things in small packages, man.
That's what you tell yourself.
Got to get by however you can, Adam.
The tiniest of hamsters.
I changed mine to 5 because it's smooth and pretty, and
Like your brain.
Thank you.
Wow.
What?
The pretty
let's do 5.
confused me.
5. Okay. So we'll go to the 5th ship. Can y'all describe that ship? What do you? What
It looks
what
like
does
a
it look
clam,
So-
kind of.
It looks like a cocoon, like almost
Yes.
like a
Yeah.
butterfly's cocoon.
Yeah,
But blue.
and it's got like
Yeah.
kind of bulbous windows, kind of like they're.
Oh, those are cysts. Those are polyps.
I was
just
just saying they look
polyps.
like little tumors.
It's not
Thomas.
I haven't actually seen that movie yet.
Okay, so you can certainly dock with the ship. That's not a problem. Okay. Really?
I'm sorry.
Really?
Dock
She heard
with the ship?
docking, so that's why.
Come on.
like, keep it together, you know?
I can make no promises, but I will try.
Okay. So, as you pull up to the ship, you can see on the side that it's called the Unbreaking Wave. Okay? As you disembark, yeah.
I have an assumption. I think it's going to be either a Kalo Malloy ship or a Marlamal. Is that what they're called?
Kalos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kayla seems good.
It's not colorful enough for a Molly Mall. I feel like, I
That's
think Kayla
true.
Malloy seems pretty, yeah. It looks like something that would be able to traverse through water.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So as you disembark onto the ship, you can look around at this architecture, and if you want to roll a culture check to figure out what kind of ship this is, you can certainly do that.
Do I
will-
ever?
I'll aid you on that. I get an extra +2.
I have a
because
plus
being
12 to
Waka.
culture. Do you have? Is it higher?
No, I'm good for aiding. That's what I'm
Okay.
good for. So I do assist you with a 15 on the roll.
Ooh,
What is it? Culture?
Somebody
aid
else
that.
do it. I got a 1.
Oh, well, then I can do it.
Yeah. Like all together,
Okay.
that's 15 total.
I got a. That's not correct. Yeah, I got a 21.
I got a 12
Okay.
to aid somebody.
You got
We'll
a
call it
23.
22 or
That's not how,
23.
well, it would be a 23, but that's also not how assisting works, Josh. You know this.
I love Josh's
don't
face.
care,
He's kind of
Adam.
like squinted eyes, like
don't
I
I know
did
that,
this.
but I did it anyways.
Okay, you determine that this ship is an Undine ship.
Undine.
Undine or Undine? Are y'all
it's
familiar with
Undine.
that?
It's
Undine.
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 I'm
Yeah.
so familiar.
That's cool.
Okay, what do you know about Undines?
Oh, you know a lot.
The genie people.
right. Like, okay, but specifically,
They're the
what kind
water
of genie?
The water
iteration
genie
of genie
people.
The,
kids.
the water,
Right,
the water,
right.
The water
they're
can.
they're like
Waterkin.
they're sort of a hybrid between mortal humanoids and like elemental water spirits, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. So, all of the architecture inside here is very Undine, you know.
That's very cool.
I'm about that.
Yeah. However, you don't see anybody inside the ship, so you can certainly all roll perception checks to search the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, 27 for Cat.
Okay, Cap. That's all I need. So you all scour this vessel. You don't find anything particularly interesting that you think would be of use to Ryojin. However, you notice that this crew seems to have all fled in their escape pods, and there are other escape pods that don't match the like sort of Undine design aesthetic. These are actually seed-shaped escape pods that look like they've been grown in place where the previous escape pods were.
Oh, this is like an organic ship. I love it.
Not quite.
No,
I
I
want
think
it
this is
to be.
separate. No,
This
but I
is-
think it's important to distinct that it's separate from the Undine
Right.
build. Something else is growing here, which is
Yeah.
probably what's connecting everything
However,
that does
that is
blue.
all the information you can gain here on the Unbreaking Wave.
Being on the ship, we can't get a better look at the tethers.
Not on the ship. You can inspect the tethers if you want.
Like once you get
that
back
mean
on
Once you
the
get
ship.
off, yeah, you can go like
yeah.
fly over to one or whatever. You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you do that, and you take a look at these, and get a perception check on this as well.
There we go. 32.
Ooh, that's very good. I'm not going to even
Okay,
say.
yeah. So, Morgan, you're not exactly sure what's going on here, but these are very much... These tethers look like bluish vines. Sort of
What color are the seed
biomechanical.
pods?
They look like seeds. They're very, very organic, greens and browns.
Okay, so not the same
Not
structure, kind of.
well, tough.
Can we
tough to
assess from
call.
as we're looking at this that there's a tether coming out from the place where the seed pods would have been on the ship? Can we make that connection that the seed pods are connected to the tether from our inspection of the
The
tether?
seed pods appear to be made by the same sort of creatures, but are not necessarily
connected.
connected in
Got
that
it.
sense. Like one
Got
is
it.
not fueling the other in some way.
Got it. Got it.
I
Alright.
say we work our way down, like to 4 to
Town.
3. Town, thank you.
Wait, work your way down. You mean 4 and
4
3?
would be
Yeah.
up.
4 would be up.
I
1
meant
would be
the
by
down.
down the
numbers.
number line.
Oh my gosh. Happy, all my friends.
You go backwards down the number line. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly. 4. Yes, 4.
4?
That's my take.
Oh, we're following you. You seem to have it figured out.
I just throwing assumptions out. That's all I've got, homie.
Let's
No,
get a
it's-
consensus. I don't.
No, I think it's as good as any, man. We'll just work our way around
Okay.
the map. So,
Okay.
4 sounds good. Yeah.
After you, Kate Morgan.
All right, this is certainly the fiercest looking
Excuse me.
of the vessels in this flotilla. Like, no question. Okay,
It's the what?
the
Looking-
fiercest looking.
Fiercest. Yeah.
The most fierce.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we own
The
that,
name
baby.
on the side of the ship says War Razor.
Sounds pretty
That's a
Veskish.
sounds pretty
Good to
vesky.
know.
Okay. Now, would you like to disembark onto this ship as well?
Yeah,
Can we do a
don't
culture
like your
check?
tone,
Can we do
but
a scan
yeah.
before
You-
we
you-
disembark?
Ooh, good call.
Okay, sure.
This ship doesn't have scanners. Weird. I don't know.
Beyond the scope of this adventure path.
All right. I'm going to aid Morgan again on the culture check.
Oh, that's
Okay, that's
much better. Okay.
That's an aid from Roland on that. This does look a bit Vesk, but I'm not sure.
31 with the 8.
Okay. So, with that, you can tell this appears to be a ship belonging to the cult of the Devourer.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
that's not good.
the iconography and everything, this entire... I'm pretty sure this is Cult of Devour. I am...
Oh, that's worse than Vesk.
Yes, honestly. I'm nervous about going on this ship.
I would like to scan it. See if
Yeah.
there's any life forms or anything.
This ship is made by nihilists. You have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
I believe in
think-
nothing, Lebowski.
You can perform a scan.
Would that be computers, I guess?
You know this.
I don't.
I'm going to let you read each individual skill check and decide which one you think is the best one.
Starfinder scan.
Yeah.
Starship
Is this really
sensors.
the best use of our time?
While he's looking
I
that
think
up,
it
what do
is.
y'all know about the cult of the Devourer?
So,
I mean, I know that they were involved pretty heavily in the Dead Sons.
is it Rovagog that they're all about?
Well, so the Devourer and Rovagug are speculated to be the same thing, but that's not confirmed.
Gotcha.
The Devourer is a nameless, formless deity known as the Devourer or the Star Eater. It's a primal force of entropy in the universe,
Nah, man, that's just
Concerned
me when there's cosmic brownies
only
around.
with the obliteration of all reality, cannot be reasoned with, delayed, or halted, and it largely ignores even its own cultists.
They're like one of my least favorite kinds of villains are the ones that just want everything to die, including themselves.
Right.
Well, that is a 27 on the required computers check to scan.
No,
Oh, you did it.
So
proud.
you detect multiple instances of plant life among the vessel.
Any asparagus.
No
grilling
living,
bitches.
no like living humanoids though.
Plant life.
I was just gonna say the
Yeah.
plants.
There
they
are plant
can-
creatures.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Well, no.
Well, let's just see what we see. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep. What's the worst that could
Okay.
happen?
So we're going
could
to
die,
disembark.
but
we grant
Yeah,
some
we-
devourers their wish.
yep.
So you head off onto the ship, and as you make your way onto it, you realize that this entire ship has been converted. There's no trace of any of the Cult of the Devourers left on it, and the whole ship has been converted into a very elaborate greenhouse. There's tons of plants, all different kinds of plants, growing amongst this greenhouse. It's actually quite impressive as a feat of engineering.
Would we get the sense that this is more overgrown because it's been here longer?
This
Like-
is clearly cultivated.
Oh, it's cultivated. So it's
Yeah,
not
like
even
somebody
just,
made
overgrown.
this ship into this,
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
which I think is an absolute win. Like, get
Does
rid of
it?
the Cult of the Devourers.
Okay, as you're checking out this greenhouse, everybody roll me a perception check.
Yeah. And I'm also trying to reread my emotion sense.
2-2 for me.
22? Mm-hmm. Okay.
18 for Gaddy.
Big old 6.
Ooh, crushing it, Vincent.
That's right.
26.
These look like plants.
I'm not sure about that, though.
It's those leafy greens.
If you will
Things I
that,
could cook with this.
yeah, put a little bit of lemon juice on it. That's good.
Amongst all of this lush plant life, you happen to spot some stirring. And as you do, that will prevent you from being ambushed by 4 large Vracineas as
Wait a
they
minute.
all emerge from this undergrowth. And we'll see you.
You're not even gonna give us the art.
Would you? Yeah,
No,
sure.
no, we're gonna get it next time.
Yeah, we're
'Cause
gonna get
you
it next
dropped
time.
these.